Hi, this is Maji Noni, and here's my review for the Avengers #1 and Ultimate Avengers 2, Issue 2. There is going to be some spoilers, so if you've not read your books, you may want to wait before you watch this. I'm going to start off with the Heroic Age Avengers first. It's written by Brian Michael Bendis, art by John Romita Jr. And overall, I think this is I guess you can say it's a new hopeful beginning, and I think there's a lot of potential to the story. It starts off with Immortus being killed by a group of young Avengers. And if you're thinking it is the young Avengers, you're way off, because it's actually the Avengers' children in the future. If you look closely, you'll notice that these are the same kids that are in the Avengers cartoon that came out. So it looks like they're trying to tie the comic now to the video, which I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do, but on the other hand, I'm like, ugh, why? Anyways, you have Steve Rogers laying the groundwork and foundation for his next Avenger team, since he's been given power by the president to do whatever he wants to make America a better, safer place. So what he does is he goes around and gathers different heroes. They all accept except for Wonder Man, who thinks it's a stupid idea, just because he believes that the formation of the Avengers are responsible for everything that went wrong in the world. Like the Secret Invasion, the Dark Reign, Civil War, all of that stuff. He believes the Avengers should stay disbanded. I think he's pretty bitter, and I don't know what his issue is. Anyways, it goes on where you have your first meeting with a select group of Avengers. You have the key players from before. You have Iron Man, Spider-Woman, Bucky Cap, Wolverine, Thor, Hawkeye, and I'm really glad to see Thor back in the Avengers, because I think that's where he really belongs. And he was definitely missed, sorely missed. So you have this interaction between the new teams. I thought was kind of funny is you have, on one hand, dialogue between Hawkeye and Spider-Man saying, what of the century? And Hawkeye's like, yep, back to Hawkeye, now's my announcement, type thing. You have Iron Man and Steve Rogers kind of like, why are you want me on this team? We don't agree on anything. And you have Bucky Cap and Thor going, Bucky's trying to make some small talk, and he's like, hey, and then Thor's like, I'm sorry, and he's like, no, he was just trying to say hi, and then Thor's like, I'm sorry, I just don't know who you are, which I think is kind of funny, considering it's Captain America and it's Bucky, and Thor's just kind of, you get it. Anyways, maybe it's not that funny. Well, you have Iron Man pretty much against joining the team. Once he finds out that the leader of the team is going to be Maria Hill, he quickly does a full circle twist and now loves the idea of being on the team. So you can tell what he's thinking about. Next, immediately after that, you have the arrival of Kang. I really like this picture. It's like the way the swirl goes around here, the energy. It's a beautiful picture that they did. You have Thor kicking some butt, and again, it's a wonderful two-page spread. Lots of action here, movement, destruction. Great job. You have Spider-Man going, what the heck just happened? And, Hawkeye's just like, this is a normal day if you have Thor. So, anyways, Kang pulls out this doomsday device, and everybody's freaking out. And he's saying to, Iron Man, you know what this is, you better tell him what this is. And everybody's kind of spooked because they don't know what's going on. They're like, why did you create a doomsday device? And Tony Stark's like, I didn't. This is just, I had an idea and I wrote it down and you never built it. And Kang's like, oh, don't worry, you will build it. Anyways, he goes on with the warning saying that your children of the future actually are going to destroy the universe. They're out of control. They killed Ultron, and their rampage didn't stop there. And, of course, that shocks the Avengers because they're like, our children? I don't understand. And Kang, in a nutshell, goes, look, you're not going to believe me. You're just going to have to find out on your own. I could take you, to the spot in the future, but you're going to think it's a trap, so you need to find it on your own, and you'll get a time machine once you find your next member of the team, which kind of makes everybody going, who's the next member? What, Reed Richards, Dr. Doom, what's going on? But surprisingly, Wolverine goes, hey, I know the person. Fortunately, we don't know who it is because that part ends You see Kang going to a secret location and future Hulk saying, don't worry, they'll be here to get what they need to go to the next part of the story. At the very end, you get some chapter stuff, extra synopsis, character bio type stuff, and the preview is it looks like Wonder Man's going to attack. Overall, I liked it. I'm not 100% saying it's a great book yet. I think it's a great start to something, and I'm very curious to see where it's going to lead to. Next up is Ultimate Avengers 2, Issue 2. This is the Black Ops version of the Avenger team, and I really, really like this version over all the Jeff Loeb one. I'm probably going to drop the Jeff Loeb one, after all. Anyways, you got starting off with this guy who kind of looks like a Luke Cage, Ultimate Luke Cage, but it's not. He basically is like a drug lord, and he's run out, like basically, it's like kind of like, I guess you can say, kind of like a dictator. And it turns out that he used to know Bruce Banner a long time ago. They worked together making the super soldier serum. So I guess you can figure out, by putting two and two together, how he got buff compared to what he used to be like. Anyways, he meets War Machine, and War Machine's trying to have some words. This guy wants nothing of it, and he starts fighting. And I don't know why they always have to go to fighting when it could have just been solved by just listening to what he had to say, but personally, this is a lot more exciting. He goes back to his past a little bit, and the guy's really kicking War Machine's ass pretty good. And it's kind of like, this part is actually kind of cool, where he, since he's kind of like a Hulk, he leaps up into the air, grabs a plane down and smashes it on War Machine. He pretty much kicks his ass, and War Machine wants no more part of this battle. And he finally basically says, look, we don't care what you do. We just need you to do something. Well, we're not going to tell you here, but we won't tell your wife and kids that you're alive. We just want some help, and you can do whatever you want. Now, once that gets through the guy's skull, he's willing to listen, and scene shifts to a secret SHIELD outpost. Now, they bring the guy on board here, and you get a picture of Frank Castle complaining about how he has to wear this stupid costume, which I have to admit is kind of stupid, but at least he doesn't look like the Punisher, and now he can actually operate without people going, hey, Avengers, you have the Punisher in your group. Now, one thing that kind of interested me was there was a spot here where Nick Fury calls his new Ultimate team, it's a Death Squad low-key. So it really seems like this is going to be a total ass-kicking comic where you're going to see some death. Which I'm really hopeful that they're going to actually do something good. If they're going to have Black Ops team, they're going to have hired killers on board. They better not be arresting them and putting on handcuffs and sending them to jail type thing. I want to see a body count. Now, what really has me wondering what's going to happen is what's going to happen next issue. Because right now, they're preparing for their new member, which is the Ghost Rider. And I want to see how the Ghost Rider is going to fit in all of this. And I think this could be, for me, this could either be a epic failure, or this could be really, really good. So I'm trying to remain hopeful, and I'm hopeful that this is going to be good. Let's see. Overall, this week's Avenger comics, thumbs up on both. This one's off definitely to a fantastic start. I'm totally enjoying every minute of it. This one, interesting, but I think it can go either way, especially when you introduce the kids. Anytime you do something like that, you could wind up as an epic failure. But I'm hopeful. We'll see where it goes. And if you have any questions or comments, agree or disagree, feel free to leave comments on the side. So subscribe to the channel, and until next time.